And I was so sick. Like I was like literally sick every month, and what doctors give you?
So I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be, extend respect and impactful, right?
Yeah, I love that. And that's something that I had to come to too. And I feel like, I don't want to say older, but like more experience that I have with life, easier it gets because you kind of realize that you're not here forever.
Right.
And you want to make the best out of it. And the things that I was stressing about like a few years ago are really not of significance today. It really, I always say for people, I'm not, like you said, not here to be liked, but you either like are attracted to me and my message, or you're repelled. And if you're repelled, it's great because then we don't have to waste each other's time and energy.
Right.
You go your way. Some people, you just have to love them from very far away, like very far away.
That's right. And I think setting healthy boundaries is a part of maturity. But it's interesting because in more of commission-based or sales-oriented roles, people won't buy from you unless they know, like,
and trust
you. So it's a little, dual issue there. It's like, well, I'm not here to be liked, meaning I'm not finding my self-worth and significance in people's approval of me, but I understand that in order to add value, people need to like me in the sense of, I enjoy hearing them, or I
want to be people
right?
crazy about me and be super attracted to me, but to my values and the vision.
Okay, there
you
go.
see what I mean? So it's not like, oh, I don't care if people like me or no. This is me. This is what I believe in. I walk my talk. Like what I do on camera, it's what I do behind the camera. I eat healthy. I'm moving. So many people, they're looking for quick fixes, band-aids, and there's someone else on social media, then they're behind the cameras, because they want and need that approval on likeness. I want people to see me for who I am and say, oh, I love her energy. I love what is she doing.
Right.
I want to be like her. Not in a way that I need that, but I really want to guide people.
Right.
I just want to set that example. So yeah, I want people to like me, but the people who are like-minded. People who are aligned with my vision and values. That's so important. Knowing, like you said, setting the healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
Knowing who you are, what are your values, what are your beliefs, and be really non-negotiable about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you even mentioned a little bit earlier about someone who was basically commenting on your outward appearance and not looking at your message. And it's just like, hey, I'm more than just a pretty smile and, whatever else I got going on, right? Like, I have a message that I want to share that I believe can help people. Yeah. What about that? What about what's in the description and the text and the words? Or maybe how you can transform your life or somebody you know's life or something, it's just like, which is important, I think. And people can maybe not focus on that or look past that sometimes. But I know one other thing when it comes to mindset and mental wellness that's really important. With Gary V. So Gary Vaynerchuk, do you follow?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
I met him in person a few months ago on
nice.
National Achievers 2018. So Tony Robbins was there, Gary V was there, and what is her name? She did Sarah Spanks.
Okay.
Sarah,
I'm not familiar.
She's like she was poor and she became like a multimillionaire. So it's like a big example about the Gary V. It's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome. If you're not following Gary V on Instagram or YouTube, make sure to go do that, or send us a message and I can send you the link to his YouTube keynotes, which are amazing. I watched at least 95% of them. I need to catch up with them, but yeah, they're awesome.
He's always all over the place. So
yeah, I love his mindset because he's like, I'm gonna just add so much value and build my brand so that I'm in other people's mouths whenever situations come up, and that's how I leave my legacy. So the fact that we're talking about him, his mission is being accomplished with regards to his brand. But one of the things he mentions, because we want to talk about mindset and mental wellness, is whether you're an entrepreneur, you got a part-time hustle, or you're an intrapreneur, which means you're an employee but you have entrepreneurial-like responsibilities and tendencies. Whether you're one of those or an executive or whatever you do, Gary talks a lot about solopreneurs and how a lot of them are struggling because they're going through their business or life purpose journey alone, and that can lead to a lot of times sadness, depression, or even suicide, burnout and nervous breakdowns. And I know I experienced a little bit of that with some of the people that I managed in my previous roles. and they basically were overworked, and they didn't have really positive coping mechanisms for stress. And I know was very stressed in my previous roles as well, my previous employer, and I had okay ways, I had good ways. I always went to basically what I ate and working out, basically. Those are like always my go-to. But there's other things we can do. We can journal, right? We can have, like we said, breathing exercises. We can talk to someone, whether they're a licensed professional like a therapist or psychologist. I think that's really important. Yeah. Or a community, like there's church communities as well. There's pastors. There's so many ways that you can like process.
Even look for hashtags, like in the era of the social media.
Yeah.
It's super easy. You can go on Facebook, you can go on Instagram, and you can just type there like whatever you're going through, like depression help or suicidal thoughts and all of these things. Maybe you don't come up like first post with someone you can align with, but trust me, if you're going through something, you're not alone.
Right.
Just look for it.
Yeah, that's so true. Like I had a woman, she messaged me on Instagram, and she was basically saying like, hey, I have a local business, and you seem like you know what you're talking about with regards to like entrepreneurship, and I just want to like connect with you. Can we like meet up and chat? And I was just like, that's cool that she, I don't know how she found me, but she did, and we chat, and we actually went to a coffee shop and we talked for 3 hours. And I was like, holy smokes, I've never done that before in my life. Usually when I connect with people, it's a great conversation, like we've had, or like I've had with other people, and maybe we talk for 15 minutes or maybe an hour if we're in person, but 3 hours, and it went by so quick, and I was just like, wow, that's so cool. And then she was kind of really open to a lot of the resources I was giving her, like the Gary Vee stuff and getting on Angie's list and helping her Yelp reviews, and there's a lot of stuff that, cause she has like a cleaning business, and she's partnering with her dad, and it's really cool to see that, and she's only 20, right? And so it's just like, it's really cool to see people wanting to take,
And being open-minded, because what I really hear, it's being open-minded and being vulnerable, because reaching out to people that you don't know, you are really like putting yourself out there. What if they judge me? What if they like won't accept me, and going out of your way? So it's really great.
Yeah, and there was the risk of her being ignored, because if we're not friends already on like Instagram or other platforms, like it automatically goes into like the indirect message category, and that is basically, you could fall off the face of the earth. There's people I haven't responded back to like in a year, because I'm like, oops, I didn't know that you sent a message. So
because it's in the other Dropbox folder, right? The box.
Yes.
I was just trying to read
some messages.
Because I was trying to read it, Matthew. Like I don't have my glasses on, so I'm like I can't even read it. But Matthew said, "Love this. So much awareness back to the body and back to the mind. It's amazing how quickly the external environment can put us back in this autopilot mindset where we forget that we are truly infinite choice makers." And I love that. Yeah,
that's right. So that's on your Facebook Live.
Yes.
So if you guys have questions, you can, shoot them over, and your audience is definitely chiming in with some awesome comments and stuff. And I see my audience kind of chiming in here and there, kind of popping in, popping out. But yeah, if you have any, questions, I got some far away right there too. I can try to zoom in on my eyes and see what you guys are saying.
Because what we are doing here, guys, it's to Facebook, YouTube, and to Instagram. So we are like all over the place, guys. But we are here for you.
That's right.
Because we truly want to. It's just beautiful to be really talking out loud about our experiences, what helped us throughout our journey, and what kind of people we are associated with.
Yeah.
Because like you said, sometimes we just feel like burnout, we feel that we are alone, and we don't know how to cope even just with regular life.
Yeah.
So it's so shocking for me that there's so many simple ways that we overthink. Yeah. For example, like you said, going work out, just moving. That's for me non-negotiable. Like when I'm coaching my clients, I am a personal trainer, but that's not my main focus. I just want people to move. Because when you don't move, you have stuck emotions inside of you. You're overthinking, you're stuck, and when you don't move, you feel stuck in your life.
Right.
So going to the gym, moving, going to nature, guys, nature, it's everything for me. Like I used to grow in nature. I used to be running and going to lakes and all this beauty back in Czech Republic. Then I live on the beach in Spain. And then I moved to desert here in Las Vegas. So my escape, it's Red Rock and Mount Charleston, but it's not so immediate, like it was in Europe. And there was one time in my life that I was thinking, I am a city girl, like hills, and I don't need a nature. And I was so sick. Like I was like literally sick every month, and what doctors give you? Antibiotics.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy when you say